You mentioned Nokia.
Yes.
And context awareness and the context being the king.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about aesthetics because Nokia gained prevalence over Ericsson going back by actually opting for a less engineer-based solution because they opted out they took out the antenna of their mobile phones and became hugely successful in doing so. Even though there wasn't a technical explanation for it, it was aesthetics primarily.
Wow.
It made me wonder because you were talking about how we should ideally all be wearing Bluetooth headsets, and I mean, for aesthetic reasons, I think that there might be someone in the audience who'd not want to do that.
Right.
If tools should learn the user, shouldn't they take aesthetics into consideration and maybe a variety of parameters that aren't as easy to dissect and recognize?
What you've just referred to is lifestyle choices. I'm never going to wear Jimmy Choo shoes. That's a lifestyle choice on my part. I might choose to wear a Bluetooth headset most of the time because I want to use my visual focus to pay attention to certain things around me and let updates and notifications and things come in on my audio channel. But that's a choice.
Okay.
There will be some tactile interfaces that can help us more, especially with focusing our attention. That's going to be integrated with clothing choices in ways that really haven't been decided yet. There are tactical awareness vests that jet fighter pilots wear now to know where, I'm getting vibrated over here on my shoulder. That means that there's a threat up there. So it's time for me to turn around. Wonderful method, not exactly useful for consumers. For
I have one in pink, actually.
That's right, you do. That's right.
If I may jump in on that one, you're also, Motorola was the first with the Atrix and the lap dock. Asus now has the phone that slides into the tablet. I think we're starting to see a really interesting convergence of a core tool that will be designed to be placed into other tools based on what I want to do with it at the time. And you know, the Motorola piece is cool, doesn't work, got some issues with it. I'm sure the Asus piece will as well. But I think you're starting to see the beginning of that ability to swap out like the Swiss Army knife kind of mechanism with something at the heart of it that's your context-aware tool.
Absolutely. For a literary citation, Roger Zelazny's book, Last Exit to Babylon, refers to this kind of a tool where you insert it into other systems and other devices, and it carries your machine intelligence and your context awareness with it.
Okay. We're in overtime, but is there a last question from the audience just to make sure that no one's left behind there? No?
Can I ask one?
Yes?
Yeah. Is my mic on? Is it on? So that harvesting tool, when you brought that to the airport, did you check that in, or?
Unfortunately, the Innovation Lab provided it.
Oh, thank
you. Wouldn't have made it through.
It's just anyone who knows U.S. airports, that would have been an interesting experience.
Yes, it would have.
We've got a bit of everything.
There you go.
I'm sure.